finish this song. Hello, boys. Oh, another day. I'm not even supposed to be streaming today. A song about two dudes. I'm sorry. Are you uncultured? Are you uncomfortable? What's the problem? What's the problem? You don't want to see or listen to two men fuck? Is that it? Is that it? Kristi Noem fired. Took too fucking long. Took too fucking long. I don't know how to break it to anybody. Pam Bondi's next. Pam Bondi's next. Why? It's because, and I don't get this. I don't get this. I don't get it. 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 Has anyone told you have impeccable timing? Yes. I don't get it. But specifically you conservatives, y'all have spent too long saying women suck. Y'all have spent too long saying women suck, women can't be in positions of power, women can't be leaders, and yet for some reason, there is this idea that as long as the bitch is conservative, oh, she's fine. No. Keep it consistent. Y'all think women can't lead. Keep it consistent. If you think women can't lead, don't have them in positions of power over anything. This bitch has been a public embarrassment to DHS. You got former DHS workers saying these motherfuckers are cutting training time to just ship them out. Which then furthers the credence of all the people who are saying ICE is bad, because if these motherfuckers are not getting the proper training and recognizing what to do, then you got these motherfuckers detaining American citizens in certain situations where American citizens end up dead. Kristi Noem is a fucking embarrassment. It's not bad to admit that. And to think that not admitting that makes you bad, I told y'all, get that blood oath type mentality out of your fucking mouth. Get the blood oath mentality out. Criticize your party in the hopes that they could be better. But no, we got no new wars, and it's not a war. It's a military strategic operation that's gonna last till September. After this motherfucker told y'all what? He either said 4 days or 4 weeks. I'm more believing 4 weeks. But September? Listen, congratulations on what y'all voted for. Don't even get me started on that Epstein shit, because we will be here all fucking day. We will be here all fucking day with the Epstein shit. We will. I appreciate that bit, but we will be here all day with that Epstein shit. Oh, but they released information. They released shit that was public from jump. Let's timeline this correctly. Let's timeline it correctly. Motherfucker says he'll be part of the party of transparency. Stagnates it to a point where you have 4, 5, 6 individuals do a photo session with binders full of information everybody already knew about, stalls it for so fucking long, stalls it again for so fucking long, then through drip feeds, this is not a Grand Theft Auto Online update. This motherfucker drip feeds information, and nobody's in jail. Redacted motherfuckers didn't redact victims' names, redacted potential perpetrators' names, only to then come out and just be like, no. Then have Pam Bondi come out and just be like, bro, look at the deficit, look at the dial, look at the tax note, look at all this great shit going on, and y'all worried about our leaders being pedophile? What? Then announcing, yeah, we're not releasing no more information. We're cooked, bros. Then to find out these motherfuckers going back and looking at information that they already dropped and pulling that back and redacting information out of that. We're cooked. But I think the worst sin of it all is that this woman exists on my fucking planet. I told y'all. Now look, we wasn't clued in. We wasn't really clued in on the voting process, and we're gonna get to that in a moment. We gonna get to that in a moment. But I told y'all there was no chance in fucking hell. I stopped caring about the Epstein files a long time ago. That's the problem. Like right there, that's the problem. It ain't even your fault. I knew the consequence of all of this shit playing out, and the consequence was motherfuckers saying they're not gonna care. I was telling y'all wouldn't get any information anyway, and I was glad to be wrong. You got something, but the second part of that is nobody was going to jail, and that was gonna be the thing that would make y'all not care about that shit. So we now have a documented track record of people associating with a guy who was violating kids, and you got other people who seemingly knew about it, was a part of it, went to the island, and yet, for the funniest reason under the sun, all these people are just like, I ain't see nothing. I don't know what's going on. I did love seeing like all these people talk about, oh my God, haha, look at Hillary Clinton spurging out. I don't think y'all ever have normal conversations with people, and whatever you see online, you constitute that as spurging out. Also, I don't know what the proper etiquette is, but if you have people saying, yeah, I'll do it, let's do it in front of cameras, let's do it live, and the people you request that to say no, but then you have somebody in the room taking a picture of Hillary Clinton, giving it to Benny Johnson, and Benny Johnson posting it on social media, we have a problem here. We have a problem with keeping information and keeping the process of getting that information out to the public cordial, by the books, and respectful. That breaks all type of protocol. Literally for all that, you could just broadcast the shit live. That Clinton shit seemed like a show at this point. It's all a show. You could just broadcast any of these fucking interrogations live. I reckon the reason we're not getting more information, if it's being truthful, is because vigilante YouTubers, I'm not reading the rest of that. You're expecting vigilante YouTubers who have no access to any of the information to somehow go to the White House, infiltrate all fucking documentation possible, and then run back home and record it in front of a camera. Let me help you out just a little bit. The information these vigilante YouTubers have gotten has come from the White House. That one motherfucker who apparently did a fucking video going to Epstein Island, I'm not worried about that. That means nothing to me. I'm talking about them doing Chris Henson type work. Again, you're not really going to see that one bald bearded dude trap Beyonce in a fucking sting operation, or Jay-Z, or any of these people. So, like, your reason for not getting truthful information, that's cartoonish. The real reason you might not get anything out of that is because it implicates so many motherfuckers, and we have a fucking political organization dedicated to not giving out this fucking information. But sure, blame I ain't gonna lie, Minnie, that's one track minded like a motherfucker. We ain't getting information, and it's these fucking YouTubers' fault. I ain't gonna lie, that's one track minded. That's one track. Do you identify as a Republican or Democrat, or are you neither? Fuck the Democratic Party. Fuck the Republican Party. Fuck conservatives. Fuck liberals. Fuck leftists. Fuck the MAGA right. You're all terrible people. You're all inconsistent. You all make excuses for your political party doing fucked up shit. And if I didn't explain it at any point in time, all sides are on the fucking Epstein list. In real life, vigilantes have gotten people killed, that were completely innocent, I would like to ask you a very important question. What does that have to do with the Epstein list? You're bringing up other shit as a means for something else. That don't stick. But sorry, secretly from Mars, I don't want to be a part of anybody's political party, especially when the country's apparently sucked for all this time and we've had Democratic leaders, Republican leaders, but because it's more alluring to have a backstory in politics that only starts in 2016, apparently all the fucking issues in the world only transpired in 2016. Finances, the fucking deficit, crime, immigration, apparently all that shit only started in 2016. Because if someone's on the list, it could be a simple flight log, which, hey, we've already had this conversation. Well, not me and you. I want all these motherfuckers on the list questioned. I don't just want the Clintons. I just don't want Trump. I want them all on that fucking list. I want them all questioned. I want them all found out. That one motherfucker who was running around saying, oh, Epstein was so evil, I stopped associating with him. And he was associating with him after this motherfucker was found out to be doing shit with kids. I want him first. Fuck the Clintons. Make that motherfucker question first. It's a sick world. I mean, I started paying attention to politics in 2016, so anything that happened before that is irrelevant to me. That's a problem. You know why it's a problem? Because you were still on this fucking land before 2016. Before 2016, you were on this fucking planet. So it still revolves around you. But the fact is, and I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about motherfuckers like this. You could just smell political affiliation. You could smell political affiliation, 2016 origin off of this bitch right here. You could just smell it. I was a teenager in 2016, so was I. What are we talking about here? While you were sitting around jerking it to, fuck, what is that? What was that fucking shit? Pretty Little Liars. While you were sitting there jerking it to Pretty Little Liars, I had my eye on the ball. I'm literally the Jaden, whatever the fuck, Jaden Smith meme. While you motherfuckers are jerking at the Pretty Little Liars, can we talk about the socioeconomic state of the world right now? And motherfuckers laughed you out the building, but now everybody want to talk about politics. But I told you motherfuckers, the world is worse off with people like this running for president. Or not president, any type of political power in their area. And they didn't. Guess who just voted? I will make Texas the worst place for terrorist Muslims, illegals, pedophiles, and groomers to live in, so help me God. I will ban hijabs, halal, and put in place a total Muslim ban. They're stealing my election, but nobody can stop what God has already started. So y'all think she won? Y'all think she won? The answer is no. She lost. Congrats to the Muslims and the pedophiles in the Epstein list and the corrupt politicians. Texas chose an 84-year-old to represent them. Listen, not only are you a woman, but aren't you also the same demographic that Trump campaigned to deport? Ooh, you wasn't gonna make it. Why are you using all these different songs, buddy? Like, I can't even fucking hear you. I can't hear you. Like, I can't hear you over the music. And where are you walking to? Are you going? Never mind. Never mind. Like, never mind. Well, wait, get fucked, you racist dipshit. Hold the L, you. Wow. All that hateful bullshit, and you still clown has handed to you. Absolutely pathetic. Pouring one out for your shattered dream. Oh, but it gets worse. I told y'all, what it was. Today's Thursday. I think I told y'all Monday this woman was going to run around claiming she was cheated. I have video evidence that my election has been rigged to benefit an 84-year-old Congressman, John Carter. If I publish this video, they will send me to prison because it involves the voting machines. I will share the evidence only if Donald Trump, Susie Wiles, Secretary Mark Rubio, and Elon Musk can guarantee immunity. All of our elections are rigged, Laura Lou. But, hey, I got cheated, but I'll only show you all if I'm granted immunity, because apparently if you just scream the election was rigged, you're going to jail. Oh, that's sad. That's just sad. Miss Valentina, I started off as a fan and liked your underlying passion as much as your intent. You lost me along the way with your delivery. The problem is with your outrageous rhetoric, not your heart or your love for Texas or America. I was a fan. Good luck in your next election. Take a hint. This is your second time losing. No matter what kind of tactic you play, you're still an immigrant to them. You can't change your accent. The amount of vile and hateful rants you spew on a daily basis is appalling. You should be in jail. So you don't guarantee your immunity and you just go away? That's easy. And what does Elon have to do with immunity? I'm telling you, bruh. I'm telling you. Oh, but it gets worse. I don't know how worse it gets. Because she's now done the whole, why do you have a Costco ripoff fucking
In life, you win.
Well, why are you, first of all, why is it the black music you keep using? Why do you keep using the black music?
And you
Who are you trying to relate to?
lose some. And I didn't win the election, but I won in life because I'm young, wealthy, and thanks to each one of you, we are bigger than ever. And we got second despite all the pedophiles in the Republican Party trying to destroy me. They tried to have me arrested. They criminally trespassed me, and they made a big
No. Let's correct the record on that one. They criminally trespassed your brother because a security detail was walking by and you motherfuckers tried to do that weird shit. I think Nick sort of do this gay shit too, where motherfucker would just like put the camera all in your fucking face and they back you up and these motherfuckers get all so, you put your hand on me. Don't fucking walk up to somebody randomly thinking that they owe you a conversation, and when the security detail tell you to back that shit up and keep a distance, don't try to swing because you're gonna get put the fuck down. Simply
big deal about my beautiful P.O. box.
No, your dumbass was not following the voting registration law. You were a better example of voter fraud than anything else out of the past 6 years. You're a greater example of voter fraud.
But the past few months have been a movie that only my God could have written. I wrestled with an alligator. I did a face-off with John Jones. I grappled with Gordon Ryan. And I even flew a plane.
You didn't fly no fucking plane.
But the best part about it was getting to meet my soldiers at Fort Hood and meeting you. I am grateful to each one of you for putting your faith in me and for sharing my message. And let me be very clear. I stand by everything that I said.
And that's why you won't win anything. You see, because it's easier. See, you put like a white guy behind all this shit, people might vote. Case in point, the president. The president said that he was deporting motherfuckers. He was going after Somalians, all this shit. And he got elected. It don't work for you because you're the demographic they wanted out. You're the demographic they wanted gone. You know how motherfuckers would be like, to me, the whites don't like you. And I don't care because I'm not making this shit for white people. I'm making this shit for me. This motherfucker tried to appeal to a demographic that never wanted her. I mean, never. At the same time, you trying to promote yourself as somebody who can lead Texas, the actual leader is saying deport motherfuckers who look just like you.
And now everyone on the Epstein files and even COVID will get away with it.
The vid? What the vid? What the vid got to do with it?
More of our soldiers will be sacrificed.
Well, that was already gonna happen anyway.
And it's only a matter of time until Texas becomes like Minnesota. But the show must go on, and I'm not stopping until I'm 6 feet under. So remember, Jesus is King. God bless you.
I can't for the life of me play the rest of it because I just caught a small whiff of the audio being cranked up for no reason. I may still have COVID. You know, what a sad life. What a sad life you live. But you know what? I need anyone who's listening to the sound of my voice to understand that when seeing shit like this and seeing how dumb this woman decided to go about politicking, for the love of God, please, Gothics, don't be like this. Actually have some ideas. Actually have a plan. I trust Gothics has an actual like idea of something. I trust that Gothics has something in her brain that would actually be of substance for the people of Rhode Island. Nothing of this shit. I believe. Matter of fact, let me just never mind. Why do you still only have the donation page? Let me get. Why is there still nothing here? I thought you were using social media as a means to get people to know. Hopefully. This is my hope. This is truly my hope. Hopefully, she's currently campaigning. That's my only hope. So, you know, because sometimes you got to worry about social media last and worry about like the actual area where you're gonna get the votes first. You know what? It's good. Never mind. I still just for brevity's sake, I still don't like this. Would you help on the PR team? No. I want no parts in any form of political promotion of anything. I don't want any part in campaigning at all. This is as good as you get out of me. And because I don't consider this counting, it works. 20, but a one, like, what is this for? What is this money going towards though? That's the one thing. What is this money going towards? It's the only thing I can't figure out. And maybe there was something said in this video that I don't remember, and I'll accept the fact that I might not remember. But oh my. You would want, why would I want to go to the Instagram or the Facebook when you could just give me the website to see your campaign? Because it's there. It's literally there. It's here. It's right here. You could put this on you could put this in the description of the YouTube video. This isn't about picking sides. Well, if that was the case, you wouldn't be running as a Democrat. Politics is a joke. And you know, I don't necessarily know how I'm supposed to feel about content creators going into this. Because it's just like, you make YouTube videos, fine, and now I'm supposed to see you as a potential politician, and it's just like one could only hope. One could only hope. But I have more faith. You could call it bias. I have more faith in Gothics than I have in Valentina Gomez. I just have more faith. I just have infinitely more faith. But speaking of black women getting into positions of power, Well, speaking of black women getting into positions of power, what is the live about? Shut up. Fuck you. If you wasn't here at the beginning, you missed everything. Go away. Go away now. You missed everything. Matter of fact, the stream's over. It's been 26 minutes. It's over. Everybody get out. Everybody. Is this about Jasmine Crockett? How'd you know? How did you know? How did you know? How did you know? Now look, I'll be honest with you. Me was not clued in. Be honest. I want to give backstory to this. Why does it look like that my entire computer froze? Did my computer freeze? You see Kristi Noem got fired? Yes, should have been fired. Should have already been fired. You understand me? But I thought my computer froze for a second. I want to give backstory to this one. When Kamala was running for president, there was this weird set of circumstances put in place by people who have no concept on PR and voting strategy, saying black men needed to vote for the black woman. And if they didn't, it was somehow a problem. And Kamala didn't win. Kamala did not win. And they tried. They tried to pin it on black men. And statistically, that shit did not fucking work. Now, in walks Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett trying to get into whatever position of power in Texas. And she didn't win. And there it is, like clockwork. Blame black men.
Black folks. The real reason why people did not want Jasmine Crockett to win
is because there was a significantly better candidate. There was somebody that people believed in more. There was rhetoric that was more believable on one side as opposed to the other. Go ahead, hit me. What was it?
Isn't policy, y'all.
Okay.
It's not her experience.
Okay.
And it's not her incompetence.
Okay. I feel like that could all be the reasonable things, especially that last part, because if you're viewed as incompetent by voters, that would mean that you're not going to have too much of a chance winning their vote, right? Because you could have experience and try to use that experience to try to get people to vote for you. But if they're looking at you as incompetent based on your actions and how you choose to operate, that's not going to sway them to your side. So hit me. What was it?
About two things, y'all. It's
two.
Race and it's gender.
Oh.
Because to this country, a black person winning is already too much, y'all. But y'all put a black woman winning, that's double the threat, double the hate.
Okay.
And y'all know what's even sadder and even sicker and even more sadistic? You've got black men.
Damn it. How about this? Before we just keep it going, ignoring the fact that black people winning isn't really too much of a problem for people who are secure with themselves, you cannot do this and expect black men to turn around and support you later. If they didn't have faith in a politician, fine. But to now go about the expectation that black men are just supposed to vote black all the time and expecting that to be the outcome every single time is really proving that there's not a lot of thought in the voting process. It's proving that it's just a bunch of people who are saying only vote for this because it's your skin color. Conveniently, it only works if the skin color matches the political talking point, because if you vote in a different direction and they just so happen to be black, it's somehow also a fucking problem. But ma'am, there's so much more that could go into this.
Online. Tearing Jasmine down for her wigs, weave, lashes, ghetto, being loud, throwing her under the bus, doing the goddamn work of white supremacist ideology for free. Still competing with black women, still trying to police them, still not realizing that her winning is not a loss for you, it is a win for an entire race.
that only lives in Texas.
We throw that word around ghetto, but what exactly is ghetto? And how come it don't stick to white folks when they do the same goddamn thing? Because when black folks talk loud, dress bold, wear wigs, weave lashes, it's called unprofessional, too hood. But when white folks turn around and cosplay and do the same thing, that same behavior, it's relatable, it's authentic, it's quirky, and it's shared and it's celebrated.
That shit ain't quirky when I gotta see that nasty ass spray tan that most of these white people got.
Same behavior, different skin, different type of judgment. So now, this backlash isn't about standards. It's about who they think is allowed to lead. And until we stop internalizing white superiority and projecting it back on black women, we'll keep sabotaging our own race and our own.
Why is it there's never like this idea of the campaign and what was said and how they promote themselves? It's always just blame a demographic. If you just go out and blame a demographic, it's all okay, because that demographic is just so evil and hateful, and they don't want to see you win. They don't want to see you shine. They don't want to see you do your big one. It's like, bro, you could just sit back and relax just a little bit. You can sit back and easily. I bathe in the sun to get my tan. Yeah, that's why you look like that. But bro, you could easily just, if you operate under the basis of Jasmine Crockett was cooked from jump. Because guess what? Do I know anything about Jasmine Crockett to like or hate her? No. I'm not about to act as if I ain't seen her be put in a fucking circumstance where she presents herself as loud. And I don't even mean loud in a passionate way. I mean loud in the sense of, all right, you might not be professional given the circumstance type way. Now, she's probably, because you wouldn't be in these positions if you weren't, got qualifications to outmatch me. And that's perfectly fine. But you forget, I'm one guy as compared to millions of other voters. And so convincing one person could be easy. Convincing millions is a little bit difficult. Tiffany Henyard loud. That's another thing. That's another thing. Do you know Yu-Gi-Oh? What a nerd. What a loser. The real man, what you kids call them, Chads? The real Chad Maxers, that's what y'all call them, were playing Beyblade and Bakugan and Chaotic. Fuck Yu-Gi-Oh! Fuck the blue-eyed white dildo, or whatever the fuck y'all call it. Fuck that. And speaking of dildos, jump scare. Now look, in order to tell this story, we have to tell the story in order. This man on the screen is an annoying. Beyblade died along with Digimon. I have the unique fucking fear in me that Digimon is still alive and well. Like I have like this fear. I have this fear that Digimon is still going strong. And there are still people who will say it's better than Pokemon. And I just don't like it. I just don't like it. But in order for this story to make a semblance of sense, you have to recognize this dude is the epitome of what it means to be bitter and jealous that other people are doing the exact same thing, but they're doing it better and they're getting more benefit. The story is in 3 parts. The first part, the trying to recognize. We must
be about the work. That's really what we have to do. And that's what we're going to do. I sure hope working through the holidays pays off. Hopefully we get some, some sort of bump in regular viewers once everybody's back to the kind of the regular schedule.
Imagine the cope. Now listen. Now, think about what he just said. I hope things get back to the regular schedule once everybody comes back from the holiday. Buddy, the holidays are the time where people have no work, where they relax, where they have more time to watch videos. You mean to tell me that your average viewer is just having your shit on while they're at work as background noise? That's bad. That's not efficient. If they're on vacation, they have more time to watch you.
Otherwise, next year, I'm going to take a vacation.
15 minutes later.
I don't even want to listen to your gobbledygook. Speak English. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below. We'll talk to you again real soon. Gruffy, also, thanks for the stream, Jeremy. Glad you work hard, but take time off when you need it. Appreciate it. Burnout is real. You're appreciated.
Yes, burnout is real. Even though, like, what you're doing, if you get burnout from this, you're essentially just saying you'll get burnout from walking. All you do is sit in front of a camera and fucking record yourself. That's all you do. That's all he does. That's all any of us
folk want to engage in radical activist language in this fucking chat. Suck my fucking cock.
That's all he does.
Any other black folk want to engage in radical activist language in
Appreciate
this
those,
fucking
my
chat?
boys.
Suck my fucking cock.
Appreciate those, my boys. But he made this fucking video. I'm about to be all over the place because it pisses me off. He made this fucking video the other day talking about, oh, Tim Pool is retiring, even though he never said that shit. And he's like, oh, people always make fun of content creators when they say they have burnout. Yes, when you sit in a fucking chair and just stare at a camera and say, the world's gone mad, end the video and subscribe. Yes, you're going to be laughed at when you say you have burnout, because your burnout, your quote unquote burnout, does not compare to an actual 9-to-5 burnout. Janitors, garbage men, waiters, dishwashers have infinitely more acceptable reasons to burn out than you. But no, my job's so hard. It's so hard to sit in front of this camera. It's so hard.
Thank you. You know what's crazy about the burnout thing? I was telling my wife, like, I legitimately am experiencing burnout. December was like the most difficult month of the 10 years that I've been doing all of this.
I can imagine when you have $300,000 in debt. Like you putting in $300 in debt. Yeah, I feel like that'd be bad for anybody, especially when you're trying to like manage that.
Like, it's just been extremely like soul crushing, because like it wasn't just that the news cycle was weird. It was like the YouTube channel was not performing well. There's just all sorts of, new things to have to overcome in November and December. Like, normally November and December are like top earning months. That's when you like get to coast and enjoy the fruits of your labor.
No, coast. Why would you coast? If you actually put a lot into this, why would you ever coast? And also, you have a fucking company. You pay people shit that you really shouldn't even be paying, as an indication as to how lazy you are. You pay people to make thumbnails. You pay people to edit this. Look at the shit on the screen. You're paying people to edit this for the expectation of, I guess, some type of profit. But when you get your profit, you're losing it by paying people for nothing.
But not this year, sir. Aura. Not this year.
He's adding more to the debt by buying Pokemon cards and MTG cards in bulk. There's no way this motherfucker is trying to do the Jake Paul thing. There's no... You mean to tell me that this motherfucker is deciding, hi Angie, that I gotta figure out a way to make millions, and the way to do it is to fucking buy Pokemon cards from scalpers. You gotta be rim jobbing me right now. You gotta be rim jobbing.
Which you guys don't have to see. This year, it was like December was my worst month of the year, and had to make some real tough, staffing decisions, financial decisions, things like that, and it was making it all feel like, man, I just want to go back to just being me with my webcam again.
It should have been that from beginning. Listen to me and listen to me hard. And I said it the last stream. I'm not paying a fucking soul to do anything. I got taught very basically how to do thumbnails. And it's been working ever since. I got taught. I didn't even get taught this. I got told, get a fucking editing software. And I've been using Filmora since 2021. Before that, it was KindMaster off my fucking phone. I figured out the basics. I figured out the basics of what I need to do for what it is that I want to do. And sometimes I'll do a little upscaling. But other than that, I don't have to pay anybody for a fucking thing. The only thing that I'll pay motherfuckers for, in all honesty, is this. And this. I'll pay for some art because fuck AI. I want some real art. But that's it. And listen, I'll pay the premium for. I think this was like maybe $200 to $300, like somewhere around that, and I'll pay that because it's art. But I'm not paying a motherfucker. Ooh, I can make your thumbnail. No, fuck you. I don't want your generic fucking AI goop. Leave me alone.
Life was so much simpler then, you know? It was like no employees. If I had a bad month, it was okay because I had...
this is all... I'm sorry that I'm fucking pausing this shit, but that's your choice. You chose to do that, and I know the reason why. You chose to do it because you made all this fucking money. Hey, there were some updates on the David case. Have you seen it? Yeah. He's gone from not being the suspect to being the suspect to not being the suspect to being the suspect again. Listen, I'm sorry, but unless somebody truly hates this dude, he did it. Unless somebody truly hates this dude, he did it. Because, like, how many times can you say that a body just ends up in your car? How many times can you go on tour, and as you're on tour, a body's found in your car?
You know, money. You know, I didn't have big payroll to worry about, so it was like, whatever, no big deal. Bad month, that's all right. But then once I had 8 employees, I was like, you're sounding like Tim. Why? Am I having a meltdown on a live stream? Well, I guess I am on a live stream, but I wouldn't say this is a meltdown. Your channel stumbled when you pivoted from culture war to straight politics. That's just not true. The channel stumbled when culture war topics died.
I'm going to tell y'all this with so much honesty. Culture war topics did not die. I will say culture war topics died when Nerdrotic, Critical Drinker, them geek and gamer motherfuckers, when they stopped turning a profit, that's when I'll say it died. Because these motherfuckers will continue, Matt Walsh, these motherfuckers will continue to make bank off of feminist ruining Hollywood and all this shit. You know the problem? You're boring. You don't provide any energy. You don't bring any life. You're boring. You're fucking boring. That's it. That's all it ever is. You're boring. You don't provide any energy. You don't provide any substance. That's it. No energy, no passion. You're just, well, there's a new race swamp. There's a new way to perceive what is woke. You are being told that as a white guy. That's you.
If you look, like I've spent the last 3 months going through the analytics. I understand where I need to go in 2026. The culture war content is dead. Like, if you go and look at all the channels that were producing videos at the same time I was over the last year, right? We were all killing it. Like, I don't want to call out anybody's name, right? Like, because I don't want to put anyone on blast, but the whole, just.
Is he about to show me his, don't show me your analytics.
The whole space is dead now. You used to be able to be, Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic, we beg to differ. I mean, do you want me to pull up their statistics and prove it? Pull up.
They're doing way better than you. You're trying to mask your failures with other people's. And the problem with that is they're doing better than you, boy. They've done better than you in every metric over these past, 3 years. Because they have something, you can hate them, and that's fine, because I don't watch these motherfuckers. But they have something engaging. And to answer the question that I saw at the beginning of the fucking stream, fucking side scrollers hiding a VTuber that has a Discord where minors are getting groomed. Yeah, no fucking wonder why these motherfuckers are in this corner of the fucking world. They're pathetic.
Well, pull up a channel like Yellow Flash and you know, a lot of these like mid-tier culture war channels. They're all.
If they're mid-tier, what are you? Like, what are you if they're mid-tier? You gotta honestly, you gotta call a spade a spade. If you're willing to sit there and call one guy milquetoast mid-tier, and you for some fucking reason are able to just coast by with worse than mid-tier, then we got a problem. We genuinely have a fucking problem dedicated to the idea around what is acceptable versus what is bullshit.
Dead. They're all dead. And you could say Nerdrotic is quote unquote killing it, but
let me for my own sanity. Nerdrotic. YouTube.com. Nerdrotic. 4 days ago, 400,000, 300,000, 500,000, 400,000, 500,000, 500,000, a million, 700,000, 700,000, 800. Wait, Culture War is dead. Wasn't it like a month ago? Wait, we're in March. Wasn't it 2 months ago that the biggest culture war fucking issue anybody had was Stranger Things being gay? And the finale sucking? Like, what are you talking about? 700K, 800K, 500K. Now, if we were to just do a little comparison, let's do a little comparison. Let's do a little comparison. Nerdrotic could be over dramatic. Oh, I went to the Quarterings channel. The first fucking video. A massive win for free speech.
Any other
How?
black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this fucking chat? Suck my fucking cock.
I'm going to read that in a second, but Asmongold going to Rumble does nothing for free speech. And you have this smile on your fucking face as it's something to be proud of. Asmongold is on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. Will he pull some viewership on Rumble? Yes. That means nothing for free speech. Matter of fact, fuck it. For the lull of it. For the sensation.
Massive win for not just free speech, but
How? How is one guy who plays no contribution to any law, to any politician, to any political standard, how is him going to a streaming service? That's like Hassan going to Rumble. If Hassan goes to Rumble, what does that do? What does it do? What does that do? This is why he thinks Culture Wars died. It's because he's saying stupid shit like this.
in supporting new tech platforms, the world's largest political streamer, Asmongold, and I
don't even know how accurate that could be. Like, I'm be honest, I could believe he's one of the top. I can honestly believe he's one of the top when it comes to this fucking discourse.
I don't know what the exact numbers are because I don't watch these charts, but certainly
Yes, you do. You know how I know you do?
I doubt the data would support that. I mean,
Hello? That's the sound of the call coming from inside the house. That's the sound of the call. I'm gonna read this, but I appreciate the $4.99. Keep in mind, G&G, D-Day Cobra, Nerdology, these were his friends and his day ones. He pulled an Ian Jomhunt style betrayal on them. Shh, we'll get to that. We'll get to it. But you absolutely pay attention to analytics. You absolutely compare yourself to other people. You absolutely pay attention to statistics. You do. You do. You fucking do. And you do it under the basis of trying to see your metric and trying to see where you line up with other people.
If we really want to, I don't want to put them up.
Rumble has short style videos now. Good. Good. Rumble does not need to be, listen, Rumble and Kick do not need to be labeled as alternatives to YouTube and Twitch. They need to be streaming platforms. They need to be video creation platforms. And to do that, and to actually, Rumble is not a dead site. To do that, you actually have to expand. It cannot just be, oh, we're here to only support the conservative platforms. You need to make money. You need to be able to turn a profit. And you can't do it just, oh, well, we're free speech and we're over here. If you're not pulling in any business, it's over. And why is Kick still in beta?
Blast, I like Gary. But the whole space is just not what it used to be. This is a channel like last year. This time was gaining 40,000 subscribers a month. 40, 13,000, 40,000. I look at this entire year. I mean, don't, like, if you want to question me on anything, there's a lot of things I'm not an expert on, but like analytics and YouTube,
Is the quartering on Tubi? I hope not. But back to this.
Only one of the top streamers in the world has decided to grace the big Mean Green website by multi-streaming to it. This is an absolute W.
I don't go on Rumble. I just assume it's dead. That's fine. But overall, there's viewership to be had on Rumble. The problem for me, the UI sucks. It still sucks. The UI still fucking sucks.
You know, there's been a lot of streaming platforms out there, whether it's Twitch, Kick, Rumble, all these other, platforms. But overall, this is a massive win. And I guess it came from his aunt. And so there's going to be some reaction to this that we're going to take a look at. And we're going to see if, what it means. Like, I wonder.
Discord photo ID. What are you? Rum stock. Roblox photo ID. Reverse image search. Restaurants near. What the fuck are you doing? See, this is another thing. What fucks him is that he does some of these live. You could easily just go incognito mode, buddy. You could go incognito mode and it'd be just that simple.
Did the stock market care? Probably not. Whoa. Yes, it did. Look at that. Look at Rumble, up 2% over the week, but it's up 0.5% today. So maybe, maybe that's because of the Asmongold effect. I don't know.
The stock's up. Thank you, Asmongold. I'm able to get my money from Rumble now. Like, what are you you're pathetic.
Popular streamer Asmongold, known for World of Warcraft content and political reactions, announced he will soon multi-stream to Rumble alongside Twitch and Kick and X. He credited the choice to his aunt, who regularly watches there, a moment captured in clips that drew excited responses from Rumble CEO Chris Pavlovsky and Steven Crowder. Fans see it as a boost for Rumble's gaming audience, while some critics tie to the site's conservative leanings. Though Hoyt calls himself a centrist, Hoyt, is that his real name? Oh, okay. With the top watched status since 2025, this could blend gaming fans with Rumble's talk show crowd. I think that would be absolutely great. And again, will he bring more people to Rumble? I don't know. It's difficult to imagine somebody like who's already on Kick and watching him or already on.
Hey, guess what? That's bad for you, buddy. Because if he goes to Rumble, he's taking this mystical 200,000 viewers you got. They're not watching that, buddy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Put a gun in my head and tell me pick between
How's my dick
Asmongold.
supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, ma'am?
I hate you. I hate you. Put a gun in my head and tell me to pick between content I gotta watch for 10 hours. Fuck it, 30 minutes. Fuck it, 5 minutes. The quartering or Asmongold. Give me the Roach King all day. The only reason I'm stomaching this is because we're telling a story. story. We're telling a story of an incompetent, jealous fool.
Twitch and watching him like coming over to Rumble and creating an account just to watch on Rumble. I hope they do. But I think this story is bigger than that because it just gives the users there more content. And it also creates a lot more gaming content, which is sorely needed on the website. I mean, yes, it's a website that anybody can upload anything they want to. It's not a website that is like exclusively for...
Hey, I don't think that's a good idea. I would be honest, a website where you could just upload anything, that is on the grounds of porn. Like, that's on the grounds of, hey, you could, I don't think you could upload porn.
Or right-wing political pundits, but that is the main group of people on there. So this is a massive win for the gaming community on there because it's just going to bring more gaming eyeballs.
I told you guys the other day that, Matt Morse, previously Stay Safe.
And also, I appreciate the gifted sub.
I actually got to ask, like, one of my aunt watches a lot of Rumble. I'm going to ask her if she knows, do you know this guy, Matt Morse? And
I raid Matt Morse on Fridays, usually. By the way, shout out...
Whoa now! He's trying. I know what this is. I know what he's doing. He's trying to like use this to garner an audience to grow his Rumble.
I mean, he's saying this to, I don't know, 40,000 live viewers right now. It's creating news all over the internet. It's creating buzz for Rumble. And again, for me, this idea of like multi-streaming, it's just what I've always done. And it's just what you did because you were worried about, censorship on a particular platform, so people that have...
I'm sorry, but you don't say anything that gets you censored. You don't say anything. You don't. You're milquetoast, cookie cutter, by the book. You don't do anything. And because the noose around a lot of creators' necks has been loosened just a little bit, motherfuckers are gaining headway based off the things they say, based off their reactions and all this.
Motherfucker a job! What the hell is that?
You just having all the time of your life right now, huh? You just having the time of your fucking life right now. But you got a guy who does nothing. He doesn't fucking say anything controversial. He performs. He performs as this guy who's like, well, if I say the wrong thing, I'll get banned. And you don't even dare do it.
Have been like, that have had some non-mainstream opinions.
I fucking heard this dude streaming on Twitch after all this fucking time bitching that Twitch is the platform of nothing but degenerates who promote porn. This motherfucker streaming on Twitch. I'm willing to bet he streams on Kick too. He streams on all these platforms to gain a semblance of viewership.
I mean, I can't even name all the video websites I've uploaded. I mean, there's obviously YouTube, Rumble, there was Odyssey, there was VidMe, there was...
Odyssey was a fucking failure. I don't care what anybody says.
What was the one at Storyfire? There's BitChute, there's Dailymotion, there's... I mean, anywhere that I can put my videos...
You was uploading to the website where I was watching bootleg Monday Night Raw. The fuck? The fuck? Who the fuck? Motherfuckers was actually uploading videos and like meaning it on Dailymotion? What the fuck?
I've always done that because I don't really care what platform people use to watch me as long as they watch. It's the same reason, like, yeah, I have an X account, but I also have a Gab account, and I also have a Minds account, and I also...
What the fuck is
because,
Gab?
Again, if people want to use new tech, you can either be there or not, And, I want to have my content available there. It will remain to be seen, but I will say this. I don't know if this is his actual official channel or not because it doesn't have a check mark, but you can see Asmongold, he hasn't uploaded, if this is his channel, in 9 months, but he was getting good views. It wasn't uncommon for him to get 8, 10, 12,000 views on an account that he never even used. And if you look at all the Asmongold imposters, there are many. Oh, look at the top video there. The quartering covering Asmongold. Here's Asmongold TV from a day ago. So maybe this is him. It's either him or it's somebody stealing his content. I would hope, by the way, I would happily tell Rumble, like, I will help him get rid of, I bet you these are people just stealing his content. That's another big advantage. Another big advantage. Clearly, these videos are getting thousands and thousands and thousands of views, and he isn't.
You're showing me like 400, 2,000, 2,000. Also, I know this is unrelated, but we haven't had a sidetrack the entire stream, so I thought I'd give you one. And I quote, the Save America Act. Number 1, all voters must show voter ID, identification. Number 2, all voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote. Number 3, no mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. Number 4, no men in women's sports. And number 5, no transgender mutilation surgery for children, comma, without the express written approval of the parents. Who wants to take a guess at who tweeted that? You know, when you think about certain people and you think about the things that they say versus what they don't say, you gotta wonder sometimes. The Quarter, no. Gothic, no. It was y'all boy. It's y'all boy. Y'all boy put out on Truth Social all this. So apparently now conservative YouTubers
from Mercedes Rivera.
Conservative YouTubers have a choice. Conservative YouTubers have a choice. You could either fall in line with the trans kids or you can hold strong in fighting back against the evils of the world and how Trump is trying to trans your kids. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be, boys? What's it gonna be? Anybody got a tweet out? Anybody got a statement out? Black conservative perspective you got to take. He wants to trans your kids. He wants to trans your kids. What are you gonna do? What are you guys gonna do? He wants to trans them. A massive win for the trans community, might I say. A massive win. They've needed this one. They've needed the support of a politician. I don't think they expected it to be Trump, but
even really active on the platform. So, you know, it's just a huge W for free speech. It's a huge W for new alt tech, and it's a huge W for his fans that want to support different platforms that maybe are a little looser on what you can say and what you can't say.
And like tell her that, because I don't know if she knows that at all. But anyway, I am gonna probably be moving over to Rumble and like multi-streaming on there pretty soon too, because I know a lot of people obviously watch there, especially nowadays. And so you guys can be looking forward to that. I'll make a bigger announcement and everything about it on the day that I do it.
When he does a big announcement, this is not financial advice, but I bet the stock will pump. It depends if, you know, it depends. I used to own many thousands of Rumble shares. I owned a lot of stock, but I have anxiety, and it was like every time Elon Musk would tweet, the Tesla stock would go up or would go down. I couldn't handle it. Like I was up all night stressing about my portfolio. So I pulled everything out and just put them into IRAs and CDs and high interest savings account and some precious metals and stuff like that. I'm not built for the stock market, but I bet you, you know, especially.
I couldn't imagine being excited about a Asmongold just shocked the world video. And there's 2 minutes of a guy talking about his stock. Asmongold did not shock the fucking world. All he said was he's gonna stream. And this is how cucked the culture war has made people. And it's shit like this that makes me believe a lot of people's opinions, they're not really of substance. If you need another man to validate you, what a horrible life you lead.
If he makes like a big formal announcement. Now, I don't know if Rumble has given him any kind of deal. I doubt it. I don't think Rumble is doing deals anymore, and I don't think...
So doctors can't mutilate your kids without the parents. According to y'all boy, that's y'all boy who tweeted that.
If they were going to do a deal, then it would be just a multi-stream. I don't know why you would do that. But, you know, I'm just extremely happy that we'll have more content there. Let's let him continue.
But yeah, that is currently the plan, and I'll be doing that semi-soon. So yeah. I thought you already were. Not yet, but it's going to happen soon. But stay safe's a real deal. Yeah, you're goddamn right he is. Motherfucking patriot. And good idea, exactly. Yeah, what happened to streaming on X? I mean, again, like, I'm doing it in like waves, right? And like, I multi-stream on Kick, you know, like, and then now I'm moving to Rumble too. And we're doing this over time, right?
And I don't know that I don't know that's...
Oh, no. Oh, he bitched out. No! Trump! No! Trump bitched out. No! Trump bitched out. Trump done bitched out. No, Trumpy. Oh, no. We saw it. We saw that. You want to change it now. What did he do? Well, this tweet on the right. He says that, your trans kids can't exist without express written approval from the parents. But because he got shitted on, they had to change this shit steadfast. And I don't want to fucking hear, oh, it was a misinput this. The court will probably fucking say it was a misinput this, it was misinput that. No, that's him. He had it steadfast. And because the heat was put on him, I need somebody. I don't care who it is. I need somebody today, tomorrow, somewhere. Ask him about it. Ask him about the tweet. Ask him about this. Or Truth Social. Ask him about it. I want his thoughts. I want to see if he admits that he tweeted that or if he's going to offshoot it to the intern again. Because it wouldn't be the first time he's offshooted this shit to the intern.
Streaming video to X is going to do well because the chat feature just isn't very good. But, I don't know. Again, any platform, I wish X had, more protection for people ripping your content, stealing your content outright. But it is what it is, and there's a lot of people there, and so you should put your streams there. People should know when you're live.
And I think that's really it's a good idea. That's the best way to do it. Will you use slurs on there? I'm going to use the N-word on Rumble every day. I'm going to say it every day.
Based.
It's going to be like, good morning, guys.
You say based. But you, and honestly, all of you motherfuckers, y'all tout free speech, but y'all don't fucking say nothing. Y'all don't say no slurs. Y'all just sit there and do the same stream. Why? Because you fucking multi-stream. And you don't multi-stream without being on all these other platforms that don't allow you to say it. So unless you stream it exclusively on Rumble or Kick, like Kino Casino say shit that if they go on YouTube, they edit it out. And you know why they do it? Because they value the fact of viewership. They value the fact that they've grown their channel. But see, a motherfucker like this, he has to multi-stream. So while he's sitting here saying, yeah, it's based, he's admitting he's a pussy. And Asmongold is probably sitting here just saying it as a joke because he knows if he multi-streams, he can't fucking say that.
I'm going to say the N-word, and I'm going to read a chapter of Mein Kampf, and then we're going to get into playing Resident Evil, okay?
Yeah,
that's just what's going to happen over there. That's
Love
just,
it.
Yeah, guys, sorry. So finally.
Now, what's interesting is when he multi-streamed to Kick, my question is he going to stop streaming to Kick and stream to Rumble? And still his Twitch. I imagine he's still going to stream on his...
No. Multi-stream every fucking where.
Whoa now!
Appreciate that. Multi-stream every fucking where. Don't just multi-stream. Oh, I'm gonna stream on Twitch and YouTube, and I guess for the alt-righters, I guess it'll have to be Kick, but now it'll be stream everywhere.
His Twitch, but it would be legendary if he took a break from Kick and streamed to Rumble. Now, monetarily, there's going to be some difference. Kick has that gambling money, and so
more money
they can pay, but you can still have paid subs on Rumble. You can still do Rumble rants. You can still super chat. You can still use, Rumble Wall. You can tip in Bitcoin. There is some other interesting stuff, but just being there and making a big deal about it, hopefully Rumble puts them on the homepage. It's going to be great.
And I don't know why you want that. You are talking in the mindset of if Asmongold goes to Rumble, that's somehow going to be of benefit to you, when in reality, that's taking away from you. You already bitch about your viewership and how they've taken you off the homepage. now you're welcoming another motherfucker who's just gonna automatically come take your fucking shit.
Finally, I know everybody's been waiting for that, but yeah, that's it. And anyway, but I'll let you guys know whenever that's going to happen. I just haven't wanted to, like make a big announcement for it. And so still watching here make Twitch was money. Oh, that's fine. I mean, people can watch wherever they want. It's more for convenience.
Yeah.
And so, to me, that's my main focus.
Yeah, I mean, that, again, like, multi-streaming is something like most people who have, non-mainstream political opinions have always done. I don't know why it was such this foreign thing for Twitch. I think people were worried that, like, their total viewership numbers would go down, be like, oh, I only have 19,000 on Twitch and 10,000 on, this other website, even though that's 29,000 and I normally average, 24,000, it looks worse. You know what I mean? Like, I think that was driving a lot of this, like, ego stuff. Plus also, I think some of them had deals. Like, I think up until recently, if you had like a Twitch deal or whatever, you couldn't even multi-stream. They wouldn't until very recently even let you have other platforms chat.
Don't you have a fucking... No, you lost a kick deal. So aren't you in this same group?
On your screen. So, I think this is probably, maybe he's got a contract with Twitch, or whatever, but this is an absolute W. An ant who watches Rumble is a smart ant. Yeah, very good. Very cool. So yeah, I'm happy to see him supporting new tech. I'm happy to see more content on some of these platforms that are primarily full of political content. Again, they're just platforms. People can upload whatever they want to them, but it's just kind of who ends up being on there. So absolute W, Asmongold. Look forward to seeing him continue to be on his generational run, and we'll talk.
Generation. I can't be this type of content creator where it's like, I have nothing to talk about. I have no video of interest. So I'm just going to be like, whoa, Asmongold shocked the world. He only shocked a subsection of internet culture that believes that this is somehow very important. Ideally you, because you hold a lot of fucking precious metal in your ideals, in what it is that you truly hold in your standard. How do I know that? Because of this.
I'm very good at. This entire year, Nerdrotic has gained 50,000 subscribers. This entire year. Last year he gained, way more. Oh, if we look at views, look at this. Go back to 2024, 8 million, 7 million, 8 million November, right? Here he is in November last year, 8 million. How did he do in November of this year? 3.6 million. Down more than 50%. The same is true for my channel. The same is true for my channel. Everybody in this space is down about 50%. Everybody. He only had 2.6 million views this December. Go back to last December, 6 million views. So he's down like 60% in December. So why would you tell me like YouTube analytics are not very trustworthy? Are you on crack? It's the only analytics that matter. What are Crowder's numbers compared to last year? Well, that depends because this site is only really good for people who are primarily YouTube.
He shocked Jeremy's world. That's just what a just a fuck. What a just a fuck. But part two, oh God. Part two. See, part one was more just of like subtle. Like, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, oh, people's numbers are down and it's the culture war thing is dead. That's part one. Part two is a little bit more direct.
Address it. Literally 2 months ago, I pointed out the fact that the entire, trashing woke movie space was down. For whatever reason, female energy, or he's feeling some kind of way, he's mad that my channel's still growing.
A fucking Marine Corps veteran's arm got fucking broken as he was ranting about how nobody wants to fight Israel's war. And I ain't gonna lie, I saw the video. I saw that when are we getting a review of Candace Owens' miniseries? The fact that you call that a miniseries lets me know that your intellect is in the fucking gutter. But this fucking video of this dude, I feel as though I can't show that. This motherfucker, he's like yelling about how no one wants to like support this war, and they're dragging him out, and his hand is caught between like the wall and the door, and you could hear the snap of his fucking arm breaking. Of course it is. Why else would I be here? Because you're trying to enlighten your intellect.
I don't really know. This guy was a friend of mine. I have no idea why he decided to throw in with people that hate me.
Because you decided to snake him, say that his content's dead. Here's the thing about men, ladies. You could cheat on them. They'll still have some semblance of pride. But when you go for their money, You can fuck a man's bitch. Don't try to fuck his money. That money means more than that bitch. This motherfucker tried to throw everybody else under the bus with him because his channel, in the eyes of him, is dying. He does not pull as many views as he wants. He does not pull as many views as he did a year ago, 2 years ago, and he's bitter about that. And now he's desperate to do and say anything to garner any bit of traction, and he thinks throwing other motherfuckers in the camp of the dying category is a good thing. No, it makes them look at you as nothing more than a fucking snake oil salesman who's trying to make everybody look at his shit and say, oh, I have the pristine thing, but them over there, it's garbage.
Like stand shoulder to shoulder with people that hate me because I pointed out the very simple fact that
wait, not surprised by the fact that everyone in that part of the internet is not getting as many views. They got what they wanted. Trump won, and no one is really interested in the culture war as much anymore. You know, because when you have an enemy to constantly milk, you know, you can pull some shit. You can pull some strings. Case in point, there's a lot of traction in anti-Trump content at the moment. And it's been that way since January of last year. I told y'all that fucking Overton window everybody likes to talk about. No, it's a pendulum. And it's shifted again.
Making movies about the next woke movie or next woke TV show is basically just not as popular as it once was. This is an objective fact. Nobody's channel was hurt more than mine by that. But for whatever...
Told y'all, he's bitter. He wants the attention. He wants the gravitas. He wants all eyes on him because all eyes on him benefits him. But when all eyes aren't on him, this motherfucker will do anything under the sun.
For whatever reason, I don't know if he was on his period or whatever, but he took it really personally. So then he DM'd me and had a meltdown about it. And we talked. And he said privately, I feel like releasing it, but I won't. Hey, we're good. I'm not mad about it. We made up. Everything's fine. Then a week later, maybe a cycle struck again. He decided he was still mad about it and wanted to, be upset. I don't know if he's mad. It's like he got a cream pie thrown in his face or something. I don't know, but he got really mad about it and decided that because there's no more content to talk about woke media and this stuff.
I mean, you kind of proved the point. You made an 11-minute video talking about Asmongold moving to a streaming platform. Like, you have nothing to talk about. You have zero, buddy.
Like, I have no idea why he got so mad. Like, my channel never made more money than, when Biden was in office and we got to dunk on all these woke TV shows. But he had a total meltdown. And then he, as a man, when a man says we're good, you generally take a man at their word, right? You're like, hey, we squash this, right? But no, a week later, he went on to...
I genuinely just don't believe you. Like, I have no reason to believe, like, what you're saying. It makes it come off like you are trying to make yourself look like the good guy. Oh, like, I said something, but we found a way to squash it, but now he's so bitter and mad. You're trying to make yourself seem like the good guy. And I'm sorry, but you're just a bitch. You're a bitch who tried really hard to make himself look cool and relatable, and you failed. And by trying to make yourself look cool and relatable, you threw motherfuckers under the bus who are supposed to be people you have camaraderie with. But because the value of that revenue and the value of all eyes on me means more than actual companionship, that's probably not even a word, you're not gonna get bitched at.
You literally restream like a hater's stream about me because I don't know, he doesn't have content or something like that. What he doesn't know is he's going down the same road as Ethan Van Sciver, where he's going to throw in with a very small group of people who still support him by super chats, and he will fade into irrelevancy. This is the once a guy that thought he was going to have the Barstool Sports of entertainment news, and now he's basically irrelevant. And
aren't you the same guy who thought you could take on Amazon and like all the big coffee corporations just to then move all of your operation to Amazon? I told y'all this because I'm still in that fucking thing. This dude fucked over all the people who was making him whatever amount of money. He fucked over all these people by moving the entire operation to and through Amazon. You had people who are wondering, like, what the fuck happened to the affiliation service? What happened to the affiliation program? I don't think he let anybody know that he took all of that fucking operation and moved it to Amazon, royally fucking over a group of people who was promoting his fucking company and making money. Thank goodness that it's amazing that when I was brought into this shit, when he made up that fucking story about a leftist fucking over his company and he showed no proof of it, I dipped then, because it's like, you're a bitch lying to people hoping that they buy in. And I'm glad to see that all these months later, you've royally fucked over people and people are starting to notice it and call you out on your shit. You're a whiny adult man child, desperate for attention on you. You want everybody to throw their money at you. And when they don't, you try to drum up some layer of conversation that tries to make you look like the ultimate Chad. But in reality, you come off as just a bitch.
It's not because of anything I did, but for whatever reason, it's my fault. Look, the quartering is never making less money, right? I was talking about my channel and the space as an entirety. This guy had a whole full-blown kitty baby meltdown, and now he's making hate videos about me. And what he doesn't know is that many viewers from him are emailing me and joining my Discord and saying, hey, I don't know what's going on here, but I support you. He's going down a very, very bad road, and I wish him the best. I hope that he can pivot and continue to thrive, because I still think is a good voice in the community. But as a man, when a man says, this is squashed, and then a week later is, having a full-blown meltdown, platforming your haters because he's still secretly mad about it, all I can say is that's massive female energy. And it's not a good road for him. I pray that he finds, the real...
You know what's bitch energy? Lumping in other people with your failures and misgivings. Like, that's bitch energy. You are trying to lump in a group of people with your fucking failures. Like, that's bitch made. I'm sorry, but that's how a bitch operates.
The reason why his channels are dying, and it's not my fault. Again, I couldn't have been more clear that I was talking about my own channel too, but now he's gonna stream about this and meltdown again, and ultimately, I got nothing against the guy, but he's on his own. I could have helped him. I could have helped him rebrand his channel.
Rebrand what? You just admitted twice your channel's dying. What's the rebrand? What rebrand have you done? This fucking Germly Hamley channel used to be your Quartercast channel.
How am I supposed to jump off all of this information you just gave me, man?
I love that you gave 69 bits of the pride flag. But how are you going to say your channel's dying? Oh, I could help you rebrand your channel so it could die quicker?
All this kind of stuff. And it's too bad, because I don't keep a lot of people close to me online. And he was one of those people that I would text directly. We would talk business and talk stuff. I don't know why he decided to go down that road and toss in with people whose whole life surrounds like being butthurt that I buy Pokemon cards and stuff like that. It's fine.
They're not butthurt that you buy Pokemon. I don't mean to speak for Keto Casino. And if I'm wrong, they could just say, fuck off, you're wrong, Black. But they're not mad that you're buying Pokemon cards. They're laughing at you because you're buying Pokemon cards. They laugh at you because you try to lust on Melanie Mac. They laugh at you because you're a terrible businessman. They laugh at you because you suck.
Kiss and make up. It's not a kiss and make up thing. I don't have anything against him. He chose a path. I wish him the best. I hope he finds his way. I forgive him for, maybe succumbing to his female emotions and wanting to farm super chats off of, an embarrassing moment in my history. But that's okay. It doesn't bother me. He's not a family member of mine. He doesn't work for me.
If it doesn't bother you, you wouldn't be talking about it. If the shit never bothers you, you never fucking talk about it. But it bothers you. It bothers you. It affects you. It does. It bothers you. That's why you talk about it.
And so that's going to be the last of it. I don't really care. He can make all the videos he wants, but it's going to be a predictable end. My channel's going to pass 2 million subscribers probably in March. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about having the editors I have now. It's clearly working. Views are back up over. It's going to be 10, 12 million again this month, because I looked at why my business was failing and I made the correct adjustment. Now, that's what a man does. Female energy would be to blame everyone else around you. And that's a different path you can take. What an embarrassing moment. Look, I don't really give a shit.
Candace Owens watch along a review. I'm not doing that. You know what? WD Real, because you're the second motherfucker to bring it up. We got her. We finally got her. Now, who is this her that I'm speaking of? Moral. My good buddy. My good buddy, moral of the story, we got her. We got her to admit that this Candace Owens shit is nothing but drivel. I told you motherfuckers months ago we'd get her. And you know what? I'm proud. That's my one-armed man for the year. Even though it's only March, I've had a successful 2026. I got moral to admit that Candace Owens is doing nothing. The bitch is doing nothing. I 1 fucking minute watched of this fucking thing. And apparently the Brigitte Macron is a man thing. We've replaced Brigitte Macron with Candace Owens. We are now complaining and bringing up pictures of what's her name? Erica Kirk being a basketball player in high school because I guess women can't do that. We got nothing. The woman has nothing, but it's a layer of entertainment. Have you watched any new or new to you anime? I still need to watch Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know if My Hero Vigilantes counts as new. No, but that's about it. That's about it. I've kind of slipped on my anime watching. But what was I saying? What was I saying? I was saying something. But yeah, this fucking pointless storyline of I have nothing to talk about, so I'm gonna bitch about Erica Kirk until the wheels fall off. Bro, Candace Owens wanted to fuck Charlie Kirk. She wanted Charlie. And she's bitter. And now that he's dead, she's got all the ammunition to just say fuck it.
That, there was a porn search in my search bar like 4 years ago, and
that's because you looked for it, buddy.
I never said I didn't watch porn. I think porn is bad, and
but you watched Forced Cream Pie. Porn is so bad. Porn is so bad that you watch Forced Cream Pie. That's all I needed, to be fair. Thank you. Oh, no problem. It's just like I gave Candace Owens a shot. I gave her a shot. I did. But I am not watching a Candace Owens. First of all, let's talk about. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not done. Let's bring up the Candace Owens thing. Just for the fuck of it, let's bring up the Candace Owens thing. Here's what I thought this was going to be. Here's what I thought. When I watched this, I thought it was going to be actual episodes being released, videos, not these live streams. Because these live streams are
How am I supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, man?
You should watch Made in the Abyss, Cory in the House, and The Promised Neverland. Cory in the House, generational classic. Never seen Made in the Abyss, and I would rather read The Promised Neverland than watch it, because the first season of Promised Neverland, chef's kiss. Because after that, you got to read the book, because if you watch that fucking second season, wah wah. I'm not watching hour-long fucking streams of one bitch whining about another bitch. Like, I'm just not. I'm just not. All of this to say that she killed him or she colluded to kill him, bro. Like, just get to the end already.
Fucking deal. The guy acts like he doesn't watch porn. Everybody pretending to clutch their pearls, being like, "Oh my god!" Like,
but you and your ilk promote porn as like this evil thing. Don't do it. But you're watching Forced Cream Pies.
I show porn on my live stream. Like, I'm not, so I just, it's all fake and gay, and I just don't give a shit about it, and that's why, I don't make videos about it. I'm not gonna get in a flame war with a guy whose channel is dying, and it's, it doesn't matter. So they can stay mad about it. It's fine by me. I'll keep cashing checks, growing my channels, and they can stay mad about it, and everything's good. He must have forgot you have partial ownership in Friday Night Tights. I know, right? Even as an employee, I wouldn't fire him. He's allowed to have his opinion. J-Hope says, Jeremy, you're starting to live out your life to honor Christ the best you can. They're all going to start attacking you. Just stay strong. Yeah, I know. Like, if there's one day I don't wear my cross, like, oh, he's not wearing his cross, he's a fake Christian.
Information you just gave me, man.
At least now, why did you give me a bit to repeat the same thing? And I don't even want to know what Bible Black is. I feel like you might be referencing Death Note, unless that's an actual fucking. If that's an actual anime, that sounds like a hentai. That sounds like a hentai. Bible Black, unless you're trying to reference Black Lagoon or the fucking Death Note.
It's just, again, it's female energy. Mad Max, Crackpot Candace, Cleopatra.
Just Google it. No, thank you.
Adam Schiff Jones, yeah. I mean, the jokes that we make at these people's expenses among my employees are plentiful. They're allowed to stay mad. That's 100% fine. Tech Don't City, come on.
Leon, it wasn't that type of porn. He got caught watching cuck porn. Whatever he's into, bro. Like I told y'all, and I ain't got no shame in the game. Granny's got black. Like, I got no shame in the game. And you wanna know why? Because motherfuckers like this will tell you that porn is bad while they watch it. And you got other motherfuckers who jerk off to kids. So compare me to the others, I'm more normal than you would want to imagine.
On your show invited? Yeah, I know he would. Yeah. He's a top 3 super chats in the world. Then why is he worried about me? Ask yourself that. If you're making so much money in super chats, why are you worried about some other guy? Why are you worried about how much money?
Because I hate this bitch ass shit. You talk shit about somebody and they respond. Now it's, why are you worried about me? I despise you people when you do that. And then I ain't gonna say he did it. This gimmick. You shouldn't be punching down. You have a larger number. So what? You talk shit. I heard about it, and now I can respond. Normal. That's normal.
Money I make. Why are you worried about my coffee company? By the way, I had a massive day in coffee sales yesterday, so I'm glad that people are upset. But I'm sorry his channel's dying. He should probably be focusing on figuring out what his audience wants to buy instead of trying to dredge up an embarrassing moment from my past.
I ain't gonna lie. If I were to like make a business, what the fuck? Like, what could I sell, motherfuckers? Because like this motherfucker sells coffee online, and it's like, bro, why?
How's my dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, man?
Like, when I think of coffee, like, I could just go to Starbucks. Air fryers? You got the a Leon air fryer. I'm liking this. The Leon fryer.
Any other black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this fucking chat? Suck my fucking cock.
Air Leon. No, I feel like that'd get me in a little bit of trouble with the shoe company. A Leon fryer would literally just be a picture of your ass on it. Hey, companies need a logo. Companies need logos. Fuck you. And also, I appreciate that 10 source for the grannies. I do not give out the sources. You could do soap. Nah, you motherfuckers stink. I don't want you all to lose your must. Your logo is the pink hat. Jesus Christ. It's the fact that that's I do love that. I it's such a stupid thing. It's such a stupid thing that I somehow was able to just make stick. I wore that thing one time and people were like, what the fuck? Why you got that hat on? And I just never answered the question. Then I just wore it more and more and more. And I was like, I like the video. What's with the hat? That thing. Who would have thought? Who would have thought catching a fucking hat at a parade in 2018 would have benefited me so much? Such a random thing. It was such a random thing. And I still have that motherfucker. And I'm never getting rid of it. It's staying. It's staying with
How
me,
am
boy.
I dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, man?
This motherfucker didn't came with me. Is the hat LGBT friendly? I mean, probably. Realistically, it is pink, so it's like it kind of matches. It matches the facade, if you will. But like, who would have thought that this would be something I'm known for? Like this fucking hat. That pink hat made you money. I could believe it. I could truly believe it. Now, the reason I don't wear it as much is because of the fucking hair on my head. And it ends up, like, I've tried, and then I just feel this fucking thing tightening on my fucking head. It's just like, ironically, when I cut my hair, I wore it more. And then when it grew out past the point, I stopped wearing it. So at best, like, this is as best I could do, like just putting it on my head, which might work. In the grand scheme. It might. Well, it might work. It might work in the grand scheme. But fuck, who would have thought a fucking hat, a fucking hat, motherfuckers would it would morph into that. Skills. You got this hat and then you got that hat. Who looks more like a natural human?
Because I literally don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I remember when Jeremy and Tim were fighting the way you patch up, maybe hopefully. Yeah, well, I patched up with Tim because Tim and I talk as men, and that's how men handle it. You know, that's just how men handle things. And men don't shake hands and say we're good, and then put out a whole video, hating on somebody to farm super chats. It's a short-lived thing. I wish him the best.
It's a short-lived thing. You're also the king of the PS5 kingdom. That's another one. Fucking trying to find a PS5 and just bitching about it. Bitching about not being able to get a PS5. Peak ability to just like look at a moment in time and just record your misery. It's like I wanted a PS5 like day fucking one. Could not for the life of me get it. And then when I finally fucking got it, I couldn't do the thing where it's just like, oh well, now I'll keep making these videos. No, the arc's over. The arc ended. We're done. I got what I wanted. I think I made $7,000 off of those videos. Sheesh. That was some skill. That I loved every second of it. It was a beautiful thing. But we've now concluded part 2 of this story. The direct approach meant just saying, hey, I care, but I don't care. He's a bitch. He's soy. He's women. He's doing the women thing. And you're doing more of the women thing, just being like, oh, I don't care, but bitching about it. Now for part 3. Part 3 is a curveball that only developed last night or yesterday in the afternoon, where he grovels an apology to critical drinker, nerd-erotic, and geeks and gamers. Now, I don't usually do this, but I want to look at the comments. Yeah, bro, you better apologize and keep their name out of your mouth. Me without even knowing what this is about. This is what happens to every gatekeeping movement. You get the assholes that cause the problem. Then you get the people that identify the assholes causing the problem. Then you get the people offering a solution to the problem. And right when you're close to solving it, you get the assholes that get cold feet and start saying, I'm tired of solving the problem. Can we just stop fighting now? So you're talking about him. Jeremy, you're like a golden retriever. I doubt there's any ghoul in there. I think you're just shouting them out by using their stats. No, that's a lie. No, the fact that they are always on about how crap entertainment is not their fault. It's the fault of the entertainment industry. They'll keep calling it shit out as long as it's happening, and I'm fine with that. MAGAs are too evil to ever get along. Glad to hear MAGA grifters are going the way of the dodo. Okay. What the fuck happened to this guy? Let me get this straight. The guys that have been criticizing woke Hollywood content for the last 10 years are butthurt that Jeremy called a spade a spade? I feel like something might be missing here. So let's watch. But let's watch at 2 times speed. Why the fuck is YouTube Premium 3 times? What? So I would have to pay to speed the video up faster? Fuck no.
What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and a quick housekeeping video because, you know, when you're wrong, and you should own it, and public wrong of somebody should be righted also publicly. So a couple weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago, I was talking about kind of the woke Hollywood space. You know, that was, and well, it used to be my bread and butter. You know, like, Brie Larson, race swap, woke Batwoman, right? That's where many of my viewers came from. And I was discussing on a live stream how that space has fallen off. It's basically dead. And instead of doing the correct thing, which would have been using Google Trend data to prove my point, I used channels like Critical Drinker, Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, and my own to illustrate just basically like, hey, look at this trend data, you know? It basically does match. If I show the Google Trend data, again, this is what I should have done. And if I go here, basically if we look at searches for like woke movies, woke Hollywood, you can see an absolute peak in 2023 and has basically been on a steady decline. There's a little bump in December of 2025, but again, it continues to trend down. That's what I should have done. Or just use my own channel to say, hey, you know, these videos don't really bang anymore. You know, people are kind of tired of this. But what I did do is I thought of all the other big channels in the space, Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, Critical Drinker. I brought up all their analytics to show essentially this trend data, which I could have just showed if I you know, wasn't being so just in the moment. I was like, well, let me look at all these social and look at all these channels.
In the moment, you were trying to compare your failures to another man's failures. You brought other people in to your failures, expecting everybody to just be cool with it. And no, they're not to be cool with it.
My channel peaked here, went down, they peaked here, went down, they peaked here, then, you know, everybody basically going down. Well, what I didn't think about was that these fellas would feel like I was putting them out on blast or saying that their content wasn't good or that, you know, their channels were dying. And that wasn't what I intended at all.
You directly said that their channels were dying, buddy. Like, you said that. Just own it. Like, all you got to do is just own the fact that you said it. Move the fuck on. And if they still butthurt about it, oh fucking well, you still stand by what you said. It ain't nothing to be like, yeah, your content sucks now, because who the fuck wants to hear about the fucking wokey complaining when your guy's in office? There's got to be some substance here. There's got to be some stank on it. If it's just, Asmongold's moving to Rumble, this may be good for Rumble's stock, you're getting nowhere.
At all. But,
I see on his fucking tab, he's gonna make a fucking video about the video game that's coming out on Steam called Karen, and it's like, buddy. Oh my God.
I understand.
It's the left-wing group this time. Yes! It's their time! You know why? Because shit's going bad, and look who's the leader.
That may have been what happened, or, you know, the outcome of it. And it was not my intention. And so there were some hurt feelings. Apparently, I'm sorry for that. I didn't, it was never my intention to say like, oh, Nerdrotic's content isn't good anymore.
Also, I don't know why it didn't pop up. It should have popped up. But I think I just got I don't know if I just got a follow on Twitch or not. It didn't pop up. I'm hurt. How could you, OBS? You were supposed to be my fucking meal ticket to the sun of streaming. How could you, OBS? You failed me once again.
Or Critical Drinker's content isn't good
I'll
anymore.
go back to restream if I have to.
It's just that the entire space itself is different and it has, you know, gone down. And even if we look at, if we just look at, you know, woke Hollywood, woke movies, if I add like, let's just say like SJW, let's look at just SJW data, right? This also, you can see, it peaked in 2021, had a little bit of peak back in 2023, but basically it's at an all-time low in November. Again, some must have happened around the end of November or December, where SJW made a little bit of a comeback.
Hello? I'm gonna put money on it being the Stranger Things. That was the last one that garnered any significant fucking attention. It's the Stranger Things.
But remember, this isn't like, so like 100 score on Google Trends is when it was the most popular. It's not like, this doesn't represent like hundreds of millions or like total impressions or total views. You look at, you know, a lot of this other, you know, we can even look at DEI. Let's look at DEI, right? That was hotness for a while. This is what I should have been showing. Look at this DEI, very, very popular for about 2 months and then completely dropped off. You know, what's popular now? I'm not really sure. But what I am sure about is I definitely didn't mean to imply that, you know, their channels were suffering because of anything that they were doing. And so when a couple of them got really mad about it, instead of like saying, oh yeah, I guess maybe they did think that I was putting them out on blast, I just kind of brush it off as people being butthurt, which is stupid and wrong. Because I feel like maybe if somebody, you know, pulled up my channel in front of 10,000 people and was like, hey, look at this, he's fallen off, I'd probably feel some kind of way about that. I didn't say that.
You felt some type of way enough about it to go on your stream of what's the number, 200,000 viewers, and bitch and moan. You do get butthurt over this shit. You absolutely 100%, without a shadow of a crumb of a doubt, get butthurt over this shit. And it's fine. You're human. But the one thing that you forget about being human is understanding what you say about others. It applies to you too. You're not immune. You're not exempt. You're part of the problem. You're part of the apparatus of people who can't fucking factor an opinion without it being bounced off of something cultural or topical. I just fucking uploaded a video about parents or family members trying to make excuses for their sons and nephews being tied to a rape, where a woman says that the only reason this is being brought up is because the girl who was apparently raped was forced to tell her story by her father. Because we have victim blaming, and then we have whatever the fuck that is. Heard Kristi got fired because she wasted $220 million on ads on herself. Well, if that were true, boy, America's tax dollars. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to believe that's true just so that I can run around saying your tax dollars were used for this shit.
But I 100% understand how people could have taken that. And I seriously wish nothing but the best for them. And believe me, nobody wants it's this double-edged sword where, sure, there are things like the Starfleet Academy, which is woke trash. But there's just not as much kind of woke nonsense out there to discuss. It was great when there was for business, but it wasn't great for Hollywood. You know, Rings of Power was a flop. But, you know, as I look back now, it's like, damn, it would have been cool if Rings of Power was good and not some girl power fantasy.
Oh my God. He's having the Leon take, or he's close to that Leon take, where it's like, no amount of how much you think something sucks erases how people think it might be good. And even when the shit cancels and you think, oh my God, what a great win, they come back with something else. Like, you don't necessarily, you win in the moment, you win that battle, but that war is still going on, where they come in with a fucking character that's gay, and they make an episode about it being gay, and they make an episode where a black character brings up race, and you motherfuckers want to pretend like you've never heard this shit in TV before, and then I have to regurgitate how politics has always been in entertainment. You motherfuckers are just bitching that it's fucking politics you don't agree with. You're bitching that you're getting a fucking episode about race. You're bitching that you're getting an episode about police brutality or police discrimination when it's already existed. It already exists. Shows from the early 2000s, shows from the 90s, the 80s, the 70s. They exist. But because I live in a world where motherfuckers like this want to pretend like it's never happened, or even worse, back then those shows were good, which means we're talking about opinions. Oh, the market for stupidity is just there always.
You know, Starfleet Academy would have been cool if it wasn't all DEI nonsense. And you would think, oh, well, maybe Hollywood's listening. I don't actually think that's the case. I mean, I think that's part of it, but I think that Hollywood has just gone back to making a bunch of remakes and safer stuff. Now, there's been some good movies that have come out in Hollywood over the past 4 or 5 years that I think are great.
Sinners, Bad Boys, the Demon Slayer movies, Deadpool. Those are the only movies that I've watched over these past, 4 years. Wait, 4 years? The Spider-Man movies. Into the Spider-Verse, Beyond the Spider-Verse. I watched those movies. All those movies are pretty fucking good.
With The Holdovers, it was a great movie with Paul Giamatti's in that, I think. I thought Rental Family with Brendan Fraser was very, very good. I thought The Whale with Brendan Fraser was really, really good. I thought there's been more good movies, which I wish was as profitable or as interesting to people to talk about. When I talk about something being awesome, it's really hard for people to care about that. But also, when you've been talking about, woke Hollywood or this, that, or the other thing for 4 years, eventually people do just move on. And so the purpose of this video is, first of all, to clarify my statements to those guys and do so publicly, because that's what you should do. Private apologies for private transgressions and public apologies for public transgressions. I should have been more open to understanding, hey, this is why they're mad, as opposed to being like, oh, they're being weird or something like that. But it does open up the bigger conversation of kind of what is this space even anymore? Kind of the woke video game battle has been won, so to speak. A lot of the companies that were pushing out a lot of the woke video game nonsense, they've gone out of business. Now, I'd rather they would have made good video games, and we still do get great video games occasionally. Expedition 33 was very, very good. I don't know how many Resident Evil is. People say it's pretty good, but it feels like we're getting more good games now.
You were getting the exact same amount of games. The problem is that there were also games that sucked. I do understand. It's because a bunch of you motherfuckers just consume AAA media. Go on Steam they got some cartoonishly funny ass games on Steam.
Arc Raiders, very popular, not my style of game. Same thing with the movies. TV, TV is generally filled with woke trash, but it's so spread out now between Netflix and Peacock and Hulu and Paramount Plus and
The Bear, Abbott Elementary. There are shows. The bar is so low, people playing Arc Raiders. Yo! Hey! I play a little Arc Raider. What you trying to say? You trying to say I can't play a little Arc Raider? You just mad because you don't get no goop. That's all it is.
And Apple.
You just a fucking hater.
TV. It's actually hard to have any cultural moments anymore, which I find perhaps the most interesting. If we talk about like real cultural moments in video games and in entertainment these days, there are so few of them. I mean,
there are none. Like, what is so cultural about a race swap of a fictional character? There's nothing. It's just, what really gained the traction? A motherfucker who, an old motherfucker making an absurd claim and making it racist, and a bunch of motherfuckers piggybacking off of it without necessarily fucking saying the exact same thing that garnered the attention in the first place. But you agree with it just enough that you could skate by.
I mean, Claire Obscura, Expedition 33, that was a big video game, big cultural moment, a lot of news. Name the last movie that, like, quote unquote, everybody was talking about.
Sinners, you dumbass. Sinners, you dumbass.
Black Little Mermaid?
No, Sinners, you dumbass. Sinners, you dumbass. Sinners.
Maybe.
The Barbie movie, Sinners. Like, that's 2 right there.
The last TV show that everyone was talking about. Was it 4 years ago when Lord of the Rings came out and was a disaster and then everyone just moved on? The Tiger King, I suppose Squid Games would probably be something.
Stranger Things, Squid Game, Abbott Elementary, The Bear.
I think that cultural critique is in a weird spot right now. It's both exciting because more good stuff is coming out, and it's also a little odd because you don't really know what you're watching anymore. Stuff is less overt with the wokeness stuff.
Oppenheimer. There were good movies that came out, but you dickheads only fixated around all the shit you hated. And he's right. It is a lot difficult for these people to talk about something good and garner viewership. So when they lie and be like, oh, positive videos don't get traction. Yes, they do. There are positive reviews out there for entertainment, for technology. They exist. But when your shit is constantly negative, just stick to the negative shit. You can't be positive at all.
But you just kind of know that it's...
And Nicki Minaj's ass has deflated into granny status.
Always there, bubbling under the surface. And it's always there in Hollywood. And the second that, let's say, Trump's not in office, it's going to come back. It's going to come back with a vengeance. And that's just the way this cycle works, right? If we look at when this stuff peaked, right?
Remember what I said about the pendulum. He just confirmed it. He just confirmed he knows about it too. Right now, it's more profitable for some people to make some anti-Trump videos. And it works. And they get views. But when Trump leave, we gonna find the fuck out.
Who was in office? We talk about all-time high, 2021 for SJWs. Woke Hollywood, all-time high was 2023. Joe Biden was in office. Trump takes over in January 2025. And it's been basically not on people's minds. Although I wonder what's going on with this weird SJW spike. I should go back and look at what happened in December. I'm trying to remember. But it is interesting. And this kind of data I think is more interesting to viewers than pulling up a particular channel and putting them on blast, which again, wasn't my intent, but I apologize. I think all those guys do great work and I wish them all the best. And so hopefully that can be the end of, I don't want to be feuding with anybody.
No one's talking about ICE. We forgot meanwhile Mexicans are being deported. Man, that ICE topic just, Joe. Nosedive. Like that ICE topic kind of just nose fucking dive. Hey, remember the black guy who was found in a fucking tree? Nosedive. Hey, we were sitting here just saying that he was strung up by cop. Hey, we were lying saying that days before a cop had an interaction with him, even though it was in 2025. That fucking girl who got called out by the dude's friends, boy, she cared so much. She has not made a video. Matter of fact, let me check. Let me check just to make sure. Let me check just to make fucking sure. In making sure. Let me check just to make fucking sure. Here we go. Same fucking account. Same fucking account. Makeup.
Come with me to do a mobile lash appointment.
Mobile lash appointment? I thought we cared about a black man getting lynched. What happened? Mobile lash? Huh? Mobile lash? Man, let me see. Let me see. Where's the fucking video?
The friends of Kyle Basinga have reached out to me on Instagram.
This was in February. We're in March. This is a week ago. 6 days ago. 6 days ago.
You get your kitty wax
for you. Pussy waxing. Makeup.
It took a while to build the trust that I do have with my clients in these Desi spaces, simply because I am not Desi. Of course, my employer.
What the fuck does that mean?
This is what your makeup looks like when you have no.
Trying to sell shit on the TikTok shop.
Why is it so hard for you to admit that you.
Using sounds?
Yes, you can have too big of lashes.
Eyelashes? Where is your care? Where is the care for a young man? You was claiming that he got lynched. You dismissed the feelings of friends and family. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Why is it so hard for you to admit that you.
You did it again?
Light-skinned black people have to be the most annoying.
Biracial takes? Ridiculous. That is the person I made a video about who got chewed out by the friends of Kyle Basinga for trying to make up their own fan fiction. And since then, all that care that she claimed to have, I ain't seeing it. Where's the care? Where's the information? What are we looking into? And yet, for some odd fucking reason, fuck y'all, bruh. Fuck y'all. And again, I hope y'all mental is all right. I hope y'all mental health is all fucking right.
Publicly or privately, especially when we agree on 99% of stuff. And that's just where I'm at. So apologize to you guys. And if you felt any kind of way about it, I'm not saying all of them like reached out and spurred out or anything like that. But some of them were pretty mad. And
didn't you do that? You literally said Geeks and Gamers reached out and had a what did you call it? A titty baby moment? Whatever the fuck that means. Like, you did that. I think, you know what I think it is? I think you're doing a bad job hiding your fucking tail. Like, you will sit there and fucking make these benign, these weak fucking excuses for nothing in the hopes that you somehow look good in the end. No, you're an ego-driven fucking fool who hates the fact that people are doing better than you. And when you fail, you want to make it everybody else's issue and bring everybody else in on it. No, leave your failures to you. Like, just leave your failures to you and you alone. Did this man complain about? Yes! Because it's easy for him to do that. It's easy for him to do and complain about it. Oh, I'm not saying that, this job doesn't have its downs. I'm just saying that people should stop making fun of content creators when they say that they're tired. No. Sorry. It's not going to happen. You're going to get made fun of. Because you think, for some semblance of the fucking reason, you are on the same level as a hardworking 9-to-5 fucking worker. And you're not. You're just not. You're never gonna be. You're never gonna be, and I hope you never end up being. You're pathetic. You're sad. You're milquetoast, and you're embarrassing. But I'm done. I did it. We streamed. We lived. As a fucking plane goes over my head. Am I about to get a bomb over my... Never mind. Get out. Get out. Be free. Go. You know what? Don't go anywhere. Go see Gara.